unboxing the brand new JetSurf ski. Hey guys, Rod here, Jetboard Australia. Welcome back to the channel. We're in our showroom here at JetSurf Australia HQ in Caloundra, and we've just got our shipment of some new boards, and amongst that shipment, which we're really pumped about, is the brand new JetSurf Ski Race DFI. Game changer as far as I'm concerned. This new, I guess what you'd call jet ski slash jet board, is probably the biggest innovation that JetSurf have put together since they started. Fantastic concept, and what we're going to do, we're going to have a good look over it, we're going to unpack this box, see what it's all about, and you guys can see the fantastic quality that JetSurf produces. So anyway, let's get into it and let's get this box open. Boom, there she is. So all bubble wrapped up as they are. I might get the camera in a little closer so I get a bit of idea what it's all about, but yeah, really cool, and looking forward to showing you all about it. Okay, so here we are. So let's get started with the basics. Of course, with any good JetSurf comes the wheels that go on the trolley. That slides in the bottom of the bag, allows you to pull it along just like a trolley. Great for airports, things like that. So one of those. Then we have our famous JetSurf stand, but I believe, yeah, these new ones, they're actually the more solid stand, the same stand you'll get for the electric, so it obviously handles the weight, a lot more robust, a little bit lower, but still a great stand. That's cool. Bag that goes in. This is their JetSurf bag. They've obviously changed it to suit the handle pole that's on this, so they've got an expanding section at the top there that allows the pole to sit through, and obviously with the poles off, you can zip that closed and make that more compact. So that's cool. So let's go from there. Let's find the zipper here and open him up. Boom, and there you have it. Fabulous. So you can obviously see the distances straight up. We have a handle pole rather than just bindings and whatnot. So unclip it there, and as you can see, the handlebar is unique to this particular model. They do 3 different models of this. They do a electric, they do your titanium, and of course this one here, which is your DFI, which I think is the best for Australian market. It's plenty of power, it's nice and quiet, it has the alternator on it, flusher, all that sort of stuff, but we'll go through that as we go. The other things I see in the bag, and this is obviously a case for your handle pole, obviously designed to fit the pole in when you're not using it, and then of course then the JetSurf toolkit, and these are amazing. Now what we'll probably find in here is the bindings for this setup, so let's have a quick look. As we do, yes, so what we've got here is a set of bindings. So the idea is you can have a rear foot binding on it when you've got the pole on, or none, or you can have the 2 bindings on it when the pole's off. So makes it, I guess, a bit of a hybrid as such. You can use it for both ways. So that's there. You've got your SVS fin bracket, which goes underneath on the ride plate. You can see that. That's them there. They bolt on. The bolts are actually in the bottom of the board. All your other fins and whatnot are here. And I see on this model too, they have the better quality and slightly larger fiberglass SVS2 fins, which are better. And of course then your big main fin, which we've always seen. And again, as JetSurf does, everything's in a beautiful case. Charger, she's in here. And of course for Australia, we have the Australian plug. So it's your charger, which not so necessary anymore with the alternators, but you know, if you've been letting them sit for 3 months or so, good idea to give it a charge before you take it out. Then you've got your tools, spark plug, that is a tool to do the fin bracket underneath, your 2 lanyards. This is new, obviously the tools to undo the pole, because these poles are removable as you know, so this can be used as a jet board or a pole ski. And then of course spare nuts and bolts, flusher fitting with the new flushing, we'll have a look in a minute, spare spark plug tester, all usual stuff you'll get with the JetSurf. So all right, I think the best thing to do now is get it onto a stand and get into it. Sounds great. Well, here she is. And the first thing you notice, obviously, we talked about the pole. So the great thing with this type of board is, I'd call it a hybrid. It can be a jet ski, or it can be also a jet board, depending on how you set the bindings. So the way they've done this is the actual control handle, which you'd normally have on your normal jet surf, just floats free. But when you're using it as a pole ski, you hold it in your hand and you drive the board like that. So it's a really good concept. I did see some original views of this particular board when they were doing their pre-production, and some of them had turning handlebars and a turning nozzle. But what they've come up with here is brilliant, because this is not just a jet ski, it can be a jet board. So that's fantastic concept. So basically that's your handle setup, same as you would always have on your petrol powered jet surfs, with your lanyard and your stop key. Your adjustment for your throttle can be fitted there as well for beginners. Then the pole itself, you've got some adjustments here. I don't know if you can see that little bracket in there. If you undo the little screws on the bracket, that can be moved, and it's got graduations on there, so small, medium, large, and that depending on the height of the rider. So you can adjust this pole in and out to suit the pole, suit the height of the rider, and change the pole length. So that's really cool. You've got these tethers here to prevent the pole overextending, which could be a little bit dangerous, could be damaged. Back in the old jet skis days, you'd go over the hangers, overextend that, you could break the nose cone. They've put these straps on to alleviate that. And a common question is, and people knowing that these are coming, whether this pole can be retrofitted to all your original boards, and the answer is no. The reason being is the nose on these is considerably reinforced to handle the weight of the pole, and obviously to be able to bolt it in place. The upper deck and the engine cover have all been reinforced so that you can stand on in random positions. Answer is no, can't be retrofitted. This is the only model that you can have a pole on. Now, as far as the board itself, the board is based on the best hull that JetSurf have, which is their titanium, and you can see that by the scallops on the side. And if you looked underneath, it is set up exactly the same as the titanium would be, but this one's fitted with the race DFI engine. So fantastic handling, best board they produce. We'll get into the engine, show you all about that. That's a bit like the Cruiser DFI I have next to me. So let's pop this engine hood off and we'll have a look inside. So this is a little trick I've worked out. Put your engine hood there, that holds the pole up. So, okay, so this is our standard 100cc direct fuel injected JetSurf engine, same as the race or same as the Cruiser DFI, which you have next door to me here. The Cruiser DFI is the quietest board in the market, and this obviously falls into that same category. It has the exhaust with the sound deadening around the pipe. It has a stinger, which is built inside, which again knocks the noise out of it. The silencer, which has been around a while, but great setup. And also soundproofing and deadening inside the ride plate and around in where the water comes out through the jet nozzle. So very, very quiet as far as that goes. They've also changed the plumbing, so your telltale doesn't come out the side anymore. It comes out through the rear. And also they've changed the plumbing as far as the bilge system works, because the earlier boards were prone to water running in them when they're sitting in the water. So these ones now will sit in the water for longer periods of time without the water running back in, which is great. That's something we really needed. So that's cool. The other thing they have on the back here is a little flusher fitting on the back there as well. I'll show you a photo of that. That's pretty straightforward. You just snap the hose on the back of it. So yeah, that's really cool. So what we might do now is show you how the pole comes off, and we'll turn it back into a jet board rather than a jet ski. Awesome. I guess there's one thing too we should look at while we're looking at the engine as well, is the alternator. As far as I'm concerned, these are game changers as far as JetSurf's concerned. The earlier boards and the earlier DFI boards didn't have an alternator. They had a total loss ignition system, so the battery ran the spark and the fuel injection. And so after about 150 starts or 3 tanks of juice, the battery would need recharging. Now, with the addition of the alternator, this board will run all day, just keep pouring fuel in it. Brilliant. Really, really, really fantastic feature. And all started off with the Adventure DFI Plus, and now obviously you see it on the Cruiser DFI, and now on all the ski models. Yeah, really good feature. Okay, so here's a little view from the back. You can see the silencer, which has been on all the late model DFI boards, and of course the little guard that covers up the ride plate that comes off. That protects you against the sharp edges, and also the bag, so it doesn't knock the bag around. That's great. And so this is your flusher attachment, and that comes with what we call here in Australia the Gardena style flush fitting. So hose just goes in the end, and we just simply snap it on. Start the engine first, of course. Turn the water on, flush it through. Yeah, really, really simple. These guys are getting their act together. These new boards are just amazing, all the new features they put together. So that's cool. All right, we'll look at getting the pole off next. Okay, so let's turn the world's lightest jet ski into a race DFI. So obviously the handle, as you can see, and the nozzle is the same as the jet boards. It's on top. I find when you remove the pole, it's easy to poke this through the gap here before you do that. So what I like to do, just roll it up neatly there, poke that through, and that gets that out of the way. Sits there nicely. And then JetSurf give you this wonderful 5mm T-bar Allen key, and then of course we undo the bolts. Now we'll just loosen them to start with. They're all loose, and we'll also undo these tether straps. So they're basically just tied in like that. And out they come, and the brackets stay behind. So we'll lift the pole up to take the weight off the spring. And as you can see, that's out of the way now, and we'll undo. There you go, simple as that. Pole removed, nice. Next step, of course, is the bindings. So we'll get that out of the way. What we probably should do is put these back in the holes, keep all the sand out. All right, that's going to keep the sand out there. And then, of course, same tool will do your bindings. So I am goofy, so I'm going to put this one on the rear here. Start off with that. And we'll do the front one. So there you go. Race DFI jet board. What a fantastic concept. So there it is, JetSurf Ski. Fantastic concept, fantastic for families because you've got the best of both worlds. Amazing for beginners because you've got a handle bowl to hang on to. Gives you more stability when you're trying to ride. Add the tube to it as well, which gives you even more versatility and makes it so much simpler to ride. Anyone can ride it with a handlebar and a tube, and then as you progress, the tube comes off, handlebars come off, and you've got a jet board. Amazing product. JetSurf themselves now have them in production, in full swing, so availability is good. So if you're keen, give me a holler, anywhere Australia, New Zealand, happy to help. These things are amazing, and I think they're the best family board that JetSurf produce. See you next time. Thanks again, and please subscribe to my channel. All these sort of videos I do is just for information. I don't make any money out of it, but the more people that watch, the more motivation I've got to put more videos together for you. So appreciate watching. See you again next time. Thanks.